Welcome to A1R Psychic Radio. I'm Susanne Marie from Psychic Past, and I welcome you tonight for the little time that I have. My theme is love and kindness. I'm on Psychic Past, which is right down there. And what I've done is I invited two people to come along with me tonight and share some information about the work that they're doing with the energy healings and where you can contact them if you feel like it is something that you want to explore. So I want to invite Brandon and Sophia to tell me a little bit about the healing that they're doing and to tell us a little bit about themselves. So go ahead, Brandon. Introduce yourselves.
All right, I'm Brandon, and this is my wife, Sophia, and together we're the founders and only members of Aspen Roots. We specialize in remote energy healings and spiritual mentorship.
Yes, and animal healings as well.
So I wonder, energy healings. I had an energy healer here before that was really into quartz crystals and stuff like that. Can you explain a little bit about the energy healing more?
Yeah, absolutely. So we typically tell people we're trained in Reiki because that's the most commonly accepted term for this stuff, but we are trained in a handful of modalities, and we've put all of our training together. And so what we do is we work on the 4 different dimensions of the human energy field and body. And so those dimensions are the physical body, and then your auric field, and then your intention has an energy configuration called the Haric line, and beneath that is your essence or your core star. And so we work through all 4 dimensions, and now the Haric line has many different components to it. But the auric field, that has 7 different components to it that we work with. There's more, but those deal with spiritual realms that are, they're pretty far out there. So the 7 we work with are the base chakra is related to the blue line. It's the template for your physical body. How the health of your blue lines of light are is how your physical body is going to be in this world. From there, related to the second chakra, is your feelings about yourself. It's also emotions. So we work in that field to clear out stagnant energy and bring in beautiful colors that are free flowing and bring health to the body.
Can that help with depression?
Yes, absolutely. Depression shows up as gray, stagnant clouds that are in your field, and so we clear that out, and immediately you'll notice some difference there.
And just out of curiosity for myself, I don't know about the watchers and the listeners, does that work in a room? Like if you want to clear out a room, can you heal a room?
Good question. I actually haven't brought the 7 components of the human auric field into a room before. I do have different techniques in a room, which I've spoken with you about, but I don't want to say yes to that without being sure, but I'm not going to say no either.
Okay, so you're dealing with this energy. What does that do for you when you're doing a healing, or should I phrase it, how does it affect you?
Well, we connect deeply into the earth and deeply into the heavens. And at that point, we are just a channel. And so it actually clears us out at the same time as clearing out the patient. It charges us at the same time as charging the patient or client.
Yeah, it's a win-win. It's a healing for both people.
Now, it's a very specific thing because if we aren't connected to the heavens and earth, then we drain ourselves. And so we have to make sure we're deeply connected in those realms, so we're just merely a channel.
Yes.
Okay. And you can do it in a distance.
Yes. Yes, we work at a distance, and that goes with animals too.
Yes. Yeah.
So also, I know we got a few more minutes. I want to ask, what brought you to doing the healings, especially as a couple?
Guidance, just guidance. If I was just going off of just Brandon, I'd be skateboarding, snowboarding, and eating and sleeping. But my guides started contacting me when I was 17, and it's been 20 years. And so they've put us through these different programs and lots of learning and trials and tribulations, and just encouraged us. And we do a lot of work in the dream realms, a lot of work there. And so it's come through very strongly that this is what we need to be doing. And when we don't listen to the guidance, then that's a little bit of a challenge. So we surrender and we listen.
Yeah.
So, Sophia, when was your awakening to what the purpose?
My awakening started very early in childhood. I had a very difficult childhood. I'd say I had a sick parent and a lot of heartache surrounding that. So my heart wanted most in all the world to heal my mother. And that from there, I made a connection with the Divine Mother. I prayed a lot. I just wanted to help in any way that I could. And sought spirituality. It started as religion at a young age because that was my only knowledge of how to be in touch with the divine. But it has turned into a seeking in adulthood of purpose and passion. And it's just a drive from within.
It's very unique to have a couple. That's amazing. And it seems like you work together really well on both of your guidance.
We met at a sweat lodge that was part of a spiritual workshop at a time in our life where the number one priority was spiritual awakening, or whatever you want to call it, going down our spiritual path. And so when we got together 7 years ago, our anniversary was 2 days ago, we said, this is great, but we don't want to fall into the traps of the honeymoon. We want to always put our personal spiritual growth first. And we've done that. And just as a natural byproduct, we've grown together, and here we are.
So how many modalities do you work with the healings?
It's probably a combination of at least 3 main ones, but maybe 5 or more altogether. So there's a lot. Good.
How did you come up with the name Aspen Roots?
In a dream. We had 50 names. We narrowed it down to 3 for our business, and we were dead set on high country beacons and maybe one other. And we asked for guidance before bed, and I got a dream, and my guides were in the dream telling me it needs to be Aspen Roots. And it's because the roots of the aspens are all connected in an unseen way, yet the trees are all individual, like people, and it's a community, and that's what we're going to be bringing in with our business. And then furthermore, we're surrounded by an aspen grove right here in this house, and so the roots of our business are in an aspen, and so there's just a lot of reasons.
That's wonderful. I just want to thank you and encourage you to keep going through your work this way. I know you know it's your passion, I can tell, but I want you to know that it's appreciated in the world as it is today. So I urge you to stick with it and keep on growing.
Thank you, Susanne. Obviously, you're a big a reason that we've really gone professional here. And
what?
I wouldn't have started just at your opinion, but we got all these dreams and other signs and synchronicities, and so the guidance is obvious. But I do want to say that aside from our hands-on energy healing, I'm passionate about spiritual mentorship. And I had a dream 2 nights ago with you in it, Susanne. I haven't told you this yet, where we were helping people go through small tunnels coming out to a more free space. And sometimes on a spiritual journey, that's what it can feel like, navigating these really tight, dark spaces to where there's freedom on the other end. So it's another aspect of what I like to do.
Absolutely wonderful. I feel like if you have a gift, you need to share it so that the world becomes a better place for everyone. because I do believe that we all are connected. We all are one. And I'm just proud and amazed at both your work. And I just thank you and urge you to keep it up. And is there anything else you can tell me before we sign off?
We can be reached at aspenroots@pm.me for email. And the scheduling through there, we're also going to be starting a whole Discord community where guidance sharing will be the main theme. So feel free to reach out and
ask questions.
Yeah.
And ask questions.
All
Thank you
right.
for having me.
Well, thank you guys for coming, and I appreciate your visit, and thank you for doing the work.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
Thank
yeah.
you too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone, for sharing tonight's show. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.